Close, close that window. This is what happens when you live in apartment complexes and or buildings, right? You gotta roll with the punches. Okay, how y'all doing? Okay, so today we're just gonna jump into it about the Carmelo Anthony case, and it took me some days to cover this because oh, they is making too much noise. I apologize. You can't make this up with my timing, right? But it was heartbreaking for all parties involved. Oh my goodness. If they don't get out of here. So I didn't cover it because I'm an empath. So, you know, things like this is just overwhelming because the YouTube streets have been hot lately for everything, right? So the Carmelo Anthony case, we already know, you know, he got smoked by the judge. And I mean smoked, I'm saying he got 35 years, right? And a lot of people feel that it was unjustified. You know, the main thing being is all white jury, and some things weren't, as far as his rights was concerned during the hearing, it wasn't given to him, if I could just say that. So without further further ado, we have Carlos King. He is a YouTuber and he's covering this story, and he got the footage that I want. So this is representing Candace Matthews, and so she has been fighting war behind the scenes. Now, she has claimed she has paperwork and dirt based on the DA and the judge who put Carmelo Anthony away. And I mean, when you hear this information, you will be thinking twice about who is representing him, who is convicting him, who is laying down the law on Carmelo Anthony. You guys gotta hear this. You guys gotta hear this. Like, you can't even make this thing up. Everybody is corrupt. You know, we're living at a time of lawlessness, says the Lord. Now, you're going to see the land of the law is even crooked too, you know. And my whole thing is, would you want to be represented? Would you want the law to be put down on you, knowing that the authorities and the law givers, the law bringers, that they're dirty and corrupt? I don't think so. So, without further ado, let's get into it, okay? We're going to watch this. Come on, guys.
At stake at this time.
Hold on. Listen up.
I'm not going to get into retrying this case because that happened then. We are here now. We are here dealing with the appeals process. This is what we own, and the time clock starts now. The fight starts now. Yes. The fight starts now, people. This is not something that we just have to be, no, this is serious.
Now, hold on, too. You guys know that, first of all, I just want to say that Candace Owens is an activist. Like, she's big time in Texas, okay? So I just want to let you know who she is. The other people could not represent Carmelo Anthony, the way that it should have been, because they let some things slide, you know, during the court hearing or whatever. So she stepped in and she's hollering she's the big dog. So listen up.
Serious. And then I want to also say to the very people that say, well, that dude, she's not here. No, baby, you don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do.
And I'm going to be skipping through some of this.
At the end of the day, I'm here now. The big dog is here now.
Right, that's what she said.
And people going to be held accountable in these streets. Yes. And one thing that I want to lay out, because I know y'all didn't know nothing about this, since what I was told by some of the court watchers.
You hear what she's saying?
They would bring information to me and tell me how the DA was talking in that hearing. Would tell me how the judge was moving in that hearing.
The DA and the judge, y'all watch.
Well, baby, I got some tea on them. In the bag of evidence. Where the hammer? Baby, this is a hammer bag of evidence.
Uh-oh.
So, hold on, brother.
That's her bag of evidence on the DA and the judge, y'all. And if you liking the comment, hit a thumbs up. Thank you. The content.
I came out here since you over here want to call this boy a murderer. Then we're gonna take the covers off you.
All right, what's up with y'all? So look, I'm back again with another video right now. Look, I told y'all I wasn't gonna be dropping no more Carmelo Anthony updates until something else happens. And I'll be damned, ever since I said that, so many different things have came to the light consistently. So I'm gonna drop about 4 or 5 more updates about this whole situation. That's if y'all want them from me. So if you do, just hit the like button.
This is my first one.
It's something that's important, and I think it needs to be talked about more than it's being talked about.
Right.
So basically, Miss Candace Matthews has entered this whole situation.
Right.
Now, I was wondering what was going on with her, like not being in the mix with this whole situation. But she made it crystal clear that it was other activists that were involved in this, and she didn't want to step over nobody's toes, because we already know if she come in or
she's shutting things down,
they're going to steal the show instantly. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the activist part of this whole situation, right? But now that it's over with, she's stepping in and she's going to do her part like she does when it's an injustice for the people, you know what I'm saying, in their own perspective.
As a whole.
But basically, you know, she was exposing the judges, the prosecutors, and a lot of other things that were pertaining to them and their character. And, you know, it's just really, really crazy how so many people are connected when it comes to certain things.
And I just want to say right fast before we get into it, that's what I'm trying to say. You got to be careful when you're casting stones and you're the authority and you're the DA and you're the judge, and everybody has a background, everybody has a history. You get what I'm trying to say? So for you to be high up there, a figure like this, and then for you to have this type of dirt on you, it doesn't look good. I mean, it looks like the way the stuff that they are finding on the judge and the DA that you guys will soon see in a minute, it's like the whole case needs to be redid based on the DA and the judge dirt. Them as an individual, what they've been doing in their own time, on their own personal, private, secret time. Let's continue. Wow.
This whole situation, allegedly.
It's crazy.
But basically, you know, Carmelo Anthony's mother and father, they spoke out, and I have a video of that. Y'all can go watch that if y'all haven't seen it. I know that this topic doesn't get a lot of viewership, so a lot of y'all don't see everything.
Hit a
but if y'all
thumbs
want
up,
to
you
go
guys.
see what has been said and stuff like that, I do have a timeline that y'all can go just watch from beginning to the end of this whole situation. But Miss Candace Matthews, you know, I was wondering where she was at, but she was talking to Smash the Topic. I seen when he was going live and stuff like this, she was on the phone with him, and shout out to him because he been out there handling his business with his journalism and getting all of the footage and stuff like that. In this whole Carmelo Anthony situation. But basically, you know, she was just sitting back observing and stuff, but she came with a purse full of evidence and a purse full of
you guys saw her purse?
Explosive details about what's been going on behind the scenes and what these prosecutors and judges are accused of doing in the past.
Wow.
You know, but basically right now, she was just stating that it's a hard process, but they will be bringing her different lawyers to pick through. And what I mean by her is Carmelo Anthony's mother and the father as well. They're going to leave the ball in their court, because I understand that if something doesn't go right how you want it to or would like for it to, there's nobody to blame. You know what I'm saying? So they're giving them the option to pick who they want. This is going to be a lengthy video because it was 2 different press conferences, and I'm just going to put them together because then I'm pointing.
I'm just going to give y'all the scoop.
But basically, you know, it was other mothers and stuff like that who spoke out about some of the things that they're going through in Collin County and stuff like that. But I just want to say, man, the things that she was saying is what a lot of us have been saying. This was a case that moved very, very fast. Like within 2 days, he's already
that was suspicious by in itself.
And you know, I got partners that done went to the pen, and I got associates and stuff like that who I know have went to jail, and shit, they had to wait 30, 60 to 90 days to catch the change. So for him to catch his and already be there that fast is definitely spreading the message. But he did file the appeal. His team did. They're filing the notice to get it going.
Let me just say this too. They sped up the case with unbelievable speed too, because it's high profile and it's very sensitive. And the climate, with Chud the Builder, and then with the copycat, with all this stuff going on, and then different races against each other, like almost like a race war. You know what I'm trying to say? Did you hear what I said? Race war. Did you hear what I said? So I'm saying everything, the climate is very sensitive. So that's why they did that. But they really wasn't supposed to do that either. It was supposed to be a time frame within that. Let's continue.
And stuff like that, but it's
let me scoot it up.
With Carmelo Anthony's family, and I sympathize with Austin's
just the whole
family.
situation.
And Austin's dad has been saying a lot of stuff, and I'm gonna come at y'all with that video
they've been
too.
acting crazy.
But yeah, he's been saying a lot of shit, man, and he is two different people. I'll tell you that. But ultimately, I'm gonna let y'all get into these right now.
And
let y'all see what's going on, what's being said.
I just want to say too, I understand the victims' parents. I understand their craziness. And what I'm trying to say is I get it, but the whole thing is like, what's in the heart, it comes out. So it makes you think too, okay, this is, the whole reason, like, okay, the incident with Carmelo and the boy. Okay, he was not being raised well. Like, because look at the fire that came out of the father's mouth. Like, I get it. But, you ranting, you raving, you saying this, murder, 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 kill, kill, kill. Vengeance is the Lord's. So I'm just going to say it doesn't matter, what party has the casualty, because God created all people. So vengeance is the Lord's. You have to let the law of the land take its course. And then you have to take it up with your God, because you can't go around murdering everybody. So my whole thing is life and death is in the power of the tongue. You see how the other dude, I forgot who he was, but just made an example, and they ended up, the guy that came out against Carmelo Anthony out there trying to stir up trouble right before this, the white guy, he was saying kill him, and then they took his butt right to jail. See how you can get yourself in trouble? Yeah, you want freedom of speech? Yeah, that's fine. You do have freedom of speech, but what I'm trying to say is freedom of speech can also dig a ditch for yourself. And so God is letting his word, it's like these people are getting, they want all this freedom, they want free of speech and all this stuff, but they're getting judged by their own actions, their own words, what's in their own hearts, and God is exposing it. Let's continue. We got to get into this. We got to finish up.
She has to say about these people, so y'all can get the idea. But I want to know your thoughts and opinions on this. We're going to talk about everything in the comment section. RIP to the victim, and hopefully, they can get their day in court if everything wasn't presented like they said it wasn't being presented. And
just fairness on
that's
all
I gotta
sides.
Say as of now, let me know your thoughts and opinions. We're going to talk, and I'll holler at y'all in a minute.
Put it down below.
Texas is my home state regardless. So when this information that was brought to me, even like bloggers, social media influencers, everybody reached out and was letting us know that this is a serious problem. And especially when I was looking at the national news, and what really struck my attention was when it was a non-black jury. So that right there raised a serious red flag for me.
Tell me, in your opinion, what did you see happen here over the course of that time?
The course of that time that I seen was that things were moving very fast.
Listen up, guys.
Two, we seen that Constitution rights were violated. Basically, what we seen was a real live new era lynching.
You hear that?
And this is completely unacceptable. I seen that Carmelo was completely railroaded.
Yeah.
I seen that he had a lackluster legal team. I seen that they
It wasn't fair.
actors. I've seen all of these factors that were going on, and that will give you the result of what you see, which is called 35 years in prison.
Tell me about that. What did you see in his legal team that didn't sit right with you?
Well, one thing that I seen with the legal team that didn't sit right was that the legal team did not have a what do they call it? Okay, I just went blank. What was that? It's called a.
It's gonna come back to her.
Give me another question, because I just forgot.
Yeah,
what that was.
she's gonna bypass that.
I'll come back to it.
Talk about your issues with the jury. What do you think about that?
Well, my issues with the jury was that it's not a jury of your peers. That was the main issue. And then another thing that was with this issue is that, especially with being an activist and also the legal team, they were supposed to put up some type of resistance.
You guys didn't miss it.
Something going to the Fifth Circuit Court. We should have had something going to the First Court of Appeals. We didn't have none of that happen at all. So just kind of like we just gonna lay down and just let this happen. Was what we got.
Yeah, they kind of did what they wanted to do.
Oh, to answer the other question,
and this is what the law does too. You know, sometimes in these high profile cases where, you know, you got your politicians, you got these people with this money in high places, they do things in plain sight, hoping that everybody missed it and that there is nobody there with education, you know, with judicial education or doesn't know the law. So they try to like brush over it. And that's what they did. It was a lot of injustice in the court trial, believe it or not, because it's a procedure. It's proceedings. You know, court is supposed to sorry, you guys, I'm tongue-tied. Court has to be ran a certain type of way. Like, you can't just skip over something because you the judge. No, it's the law. So this is what she's also bringing out, and she's exposing them first for the things that they did not do correctly in the procedure, you know, the court procedures. And then she's going to tell you about the judge and the DA. I'm telling y'all, wait.
What I seen with that legal team is that they did not have a mitigation specialist. This explains why
that's what she wanted to say.
you didn't see the correct people being questioned. You understand that, right? That was not okay. Yes.
And next steps, what do you think should happen?
Next steps, where we are right now, which I will be discussing in the press conference. But of course, you know, appeal is completely on the table. But with the appeal process, we cannot allow a lackluster legal team for an appeal. It's either sink or swim when you're dealing with an appeal process. So that's why we are working with the family to try to get the
hopefully they can get a new judge and DA.
Give them the option on which legal team would be the best legal team for them and for their family.
What do you think that'll look like?
It needs to be what it looks like. What we've been looking through, because like I said, I had Charleston White, me and him been working together with
Charleston White,
y'all. So we're looking at people that has experience
working behind the scenes
in appellate litigation. That's what we're looking for. We're not looking for somebody that's trying to make a name for themselves. We want somebody that already know what they're doing.
Wow.
So we look for somebody who got Angela Yates on. We look for somebody like that. Okay, we look for somebody that's like
Charleston White on the under.
We look for somebody like that. We look for somebody that's like Shannon Ross. We look for
trying to
like
help
that.
out.
And financial help for them. How will they go about getting these types of legal teams that you think they should be represented by?
The same way how they got their lackluster. The same way.
You see what she's saying?
And then we need the community to galvanize, and we all need to get behind them. And then whatever legal team that they decide, because they're going to have the creme de la creme, so they can be able to pick which one that fits for them and their family, who they feel that would be the right fit. Then once they do that, then we're going to rally around them, and we're going to watch this entire case. Because what I seen when the ball was dropped, everybody wasn't watching it. You know what I mean? That everybody wasn't watching it, because if everybody was watching, the right people that was watching, the right activists that was on the front line, we would not have had a jury that didn't have black people on it. Period.
So that was the first injustice.
Legal team.
That was the first mistake.
They did what they did, and this boy got 35 years. That's unacceptable.
What do you say to those who think 35 years was him getting off a little easier than what he could have gotten?
That's their opinion. My thing is, I think it was a bit excessive. I think that he should not be charged at all, because this is what we consider that he was defending himself. That was self-defense.
So how do you guys feel?
But
Honest
the legal
opinions.
team, his legal team didn't lay that predicate out in order for that to be substantiated.
My whole thing is
self-defense. A lot of people are quoting them saying a push doesn't equal justify a stab. So what do you think about that? Like, how long should he have waited until he defended?
Well, see, you can't really say that, because this deal with a fight or flight moment, right? So what about Rittenhouse? What they said about him, and he shot everybody with an AK-47, so what's up? And he got self-defense, and he had a whole assault rifle. This was just a little tight, right? But he was being jumped, correct? Was that in the video, or did I miss something? Or did they have some lack of transparency here? Because that's basically what we're seeing. Because they moving this case so damn fast. One, you turn around and you had this dealing with the jury. Then on top of that, then we get to the deliberation. The deliberation, I thought for sure would have been today. The deliberation was 2 days ago. Yesterday, you shipped this boy to TDCJ, and then you turn around and already give this child a court-appointed appellate lawyer. That's
they just tried to do everything fast.
And we have to ensure that this family get the right appellate.
Throw them away, lock them away.
It's not about Zion, sir.
How committed are you now? How long will you be in this?
I'm committed. I'm committed, but like I said, the reason why I was not here first, because we do not step over other athletes. You know what I mean? It's a curse. We don't do that. But now that we've seen what this end result look like, now we got to come in. You got to let the big dogs come in here and get this stuff done right.
You hear what she's saying?
You mentioned your bag to me. Do you want to?
Oh, my bag of evidence, this bag of evidence.
Here we go.
Some stuff that y'all didn't know about the DA and what y'all didn't know about this stinking tail Judge Roach.
This what y'all been waiting for.
Evidence bag. Ain't it cute? Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful, Candace. That is wonderful.
See, I'm not coming
Wait
out
till
here
you
running
guys
around
hear
and
it.
expose your ass.
Yeah.
Okay. Get ready for the smoke.
I didn't even know you can be a judge or a DA and you committing these type of acts. Wait till you guys hear it.
Y'all wait till y'all hear what this guy going on right here.
So while I'm still alive, so what time you want to take place on your next move? What time?
You talking about the second press conference?
The first.
The first one is at 10:30. We finna get started.
Okay, I'm just letting everybody know this is not the press conference.
No, it's not the press conference, baby. Look at this. This was the pregame.
This
This the pregame.
This the stretch.
Yeah, pregame. Yeah.
So again, get her, y'all. 10:30. That's when it's gonna go down.
It's coming up. Hold on, you guys.
So she warmed up. She let her talk.
You hear me?
I couldn't believe it.
Okay, praise be.
Okay.
She getting ready.
1, 2, 3. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready, y'all.
Let me speed it up some.
That happened.
Let me speed it up for you guys.
That was even able Court of Appeals. Then it goes to the 5th Circuit Court. We would have took it all the way to the Supreme Court. That didn't happen. Another thing that I looked at is that we had people here that were paid to be moles to create chaos. See, we used to dealing with that when we on our activism travels across this United States. That would not have happened on our watch. But again, let's be clear. Everything happens for a reason. But one thing I want to let the community know, just because I wasn't here doesn't mean I wasn't working. We were working behind the scenes because we knew that this was a setup from the beginning.
Wow.
We knew that they was going to find him guilty. We didn't know that it was going to be 35 years though, but we knew that it was going to be something that was going to be egregious. And that's why I want to give a shout out to Charleston White. I want to give a shout out to Brother Cornell X, because all of us got together so we can help this family to be able to get the proper legal team that's needed. And what we do, we're not going to push a legal team on you. We're going to give you the top of the night, creme de la creme, and you pick who you want to fit for you.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay? And that is exactly what we're doing right now at this time. Now, we know that
She
they
finna
was
pull out
running
the
everything
dirt.
real quick with this case. Because I thought everything was going to be done today. I thought it was going to be done today.
I said 2 weeks.
It was 2 days ago. And guess what? I couldn't be here for that day because guess what? Because as an activist, when you hold people accountable, they set traps for you. Yeah. I had to be in court for a case they were trying to set me up on. They got this.
Yeah.
Okay? But guess who here today?
Yep. Dr. Matthews.
Dr. Matthews.
Because they wanted her to be occupied during this situation.
You have to have an experienced activist.
So she could attend to it.
Experienced legal team. And that's exactly what we saw, okay? And I'm not trying to step on nobody's toes. It is what it is. Now we are at this point where I seen the DA, I seen the judge, I seen the Metcalf family, I seen my people, and the whole United States seen what happened. So now where we are is what the next steps. Because see, I'm not gonna do no press conference with no rah-rah. I don't have time for that.
Yeah,
Now
you know, like the guy was acting.
And plans of action. What I seen was that this young man, I've worked on several cases, criminal cases. I have never seen no inmate that's in a county jail going to TDC the very next step. Normally it takes 30, 60, 90 days before
Y'all hear
you
that?
are able to get on that chain to go to TDC. They hurry up and got
So that's another thing.
And another thing that we also seen, that's why I'm bringing this information to you. What we also seen was that they already gave him a public defendant for the appeal. So this is why this is very evident and this is important why I had to come here. So you don't get no misinformation. So now what's happening is that we have to ensure that there is the right, correct legal team to help in this process because we can't have no more ball dropping, y'all. We cannot. Because we have a young man like this.
Because the legal team is crooked, y'all.
Now,
You gonna hear it.
I'm not going to get into retrying this case because that happened then. We are here now. We are here dealing with the appeals process. This is what we own, and the time clock starts now. The fight starts now.
Yes.
The fight starts now, people. This is not something that we just have to be, no. This is serious. This is serious. And then I want to also say to the very people that would say, well, Dr. Matthews, she's not here. No, baby, you don't know what the hell I'm doing. Because at the end of the day, I'm here now. The big dog is here now. And people going to be held accountable in these streets. And one thing that I want to lay out, because I know y'all didn't know nothing about this, since what I was told by some of the court watchers, they would bring information to me and tell me how the DA was talking in that hearing. Would tell me how
She
the
has
judge was
spies in the court.
that hearing, right? Well, baby, I got some
That
tea
was
on
good.
Bring in the bag of evidence.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Baby, this is a hammer bag of evidence. So, hold this for me, brother.
Okay, so hold on. What she's about to present to you all is her bag of evidence, paperwork, documents, court documents that I can't say they have been sealed, but they, it's not, you can access them if you know how to obtain them. So she's an activist, she deals with court hearings and, things of this nature all the time. So she knew how to go and look for this stuff. Now, the common person like me and you, we probably wouldn't be able to locate this stuff, this dirt that is on the DA and on the judge. How do you guys feel once you hear this information? Do you think Carmelo Anthony was railroaded? And I mean, despite of the incident that happened. No, I get it. Like I said, we know what happened. We know what took place. Okay, as a result, we know the verdict. But the whole thing is now the aftermath. The people who are in charge of, giving him his sentence Comes to find out these people are crooked within themselves in their own personal life. Now, let's continue to watch this.
See, I ain't come out here to play.
No, that's
I came out here since you over here want to call this boy a murderer. Then we're gonna take the covers off you.
They didn't get exposed.
Ain't no way in hell that you need to be a damn DA with this foolishness. Did you know? Hold this, please.
I got you.
That there is a 75-page federal lawsuit for sexual harassment of the DA.
Whoa.
That was saying that Carmella Anthony is a murderer. A registered sex offender.
Hold on. Let me rewind that. Listen.
You over here want to call this boy a murderer? Then they will bring information to me and tell me how the DA was talking in that hearing. Would tell me how the judge was moving in that hearing. Right? Well, baby, I got some tea on them. In the bag of evidence. Baby, this is the hammer bag of evidence.
Listen carefully.
So,
Listen carefully to the evidence, the information, the paperwork that she dug up on the convicting judge and DA of Carmelo Anthony. Listen, I can't believe this. That's her bag of evidence.
see, I ain't come out here to play.
No, that's
I came out here since you over here want to call this boy a murderer. Then we're gonna take the covers off you. That you need to be a damn DA with this foolishness.
Yeah, they need to take them off.
Did you know? Hold this, please.
I got you.
They
That
crooked.
there is a 75-page federal lawsuit for sexual harassment of the DA. That
Uh-oh.
was saying that Carmella Anthony is a murderer. Where you need to be a registered sex offender.
Y'all hear that?
Let me read.
Take it down.
The black guy don't care the black guy, but you the whole DA out here. Oh, so you thought y'all was the only one that could go in PACES. And let me explain to you what PACES is. PACES is the database for federal lawsuits. See, we have to
You hear that?
baby. That's colder than the media. So let me go ahead and read a little bit of it, show you how disgusting this joke is.
It's serious.
After Jane Doe 1 refused defendant Willis, ain't that his name, Greg Willis? Oh, okay. Advances at the Galveston TCAA conference.
Just listen.
He treated her quite differently in the workplace. He began demeaning and berating her. In one closed door meeting, he told her, "You think
Hi,
like a
God
child,
bless
and I
you.
would treat you like a child." Defendant Willis likely appreciates
Yes,
the
amen.
slurring that is implicit in a male supervisor.
So let me just briefly tell y'all what's going on right fast because it's ongoing. Okay, so what Candace Matthews, I'm sorry, I don't want to call her the wrong Candace. Okay, Candace Matthews, what she's doing right now is she has found some paperwork on a website, a federal website called PACE, I believe she's saying PACE, right? Exposing the prosecuting judge and DA, district attorney of Carmelo Anthony. They own records. They own rap sheet is dirty. Like the judge is dirty. And also the DA is dirty. Listen to their crimes. This is what she is explaining right now. So listen to it closely. The Spiritually Free says the boy that died, his uncle is the warden of the prison that the other kids was sent to. And you know what? I don't know the all ins and outs, but let's run on a tidget with that for a moment, right? Okay, so this is why they hurried up and rushed him. They broke the law, his civil rights by hurry up. They didn't even do the court proceedings correctly. Only people that know the judicial law would have been able to read between the lines. And that's why Candace Matthews is here, because they crooked. They are crooked themselves. So how could you give Carmelo Anthony a fair trial, a fair hearing if you're dirty. Like, you're corrupt from the top is what I'm trying to say. Let's listen. Let's listen. This is what she's exposing about them. Listen.
He began demeaning and berating her.
This is the DA. You got to listen pretty hard.
After Jane Doe 1 refused defendant Willis. Ain't that his name, Fred Willis? Oh, okay.
Fred Willis, or what did she say?
At the Galveston TDCAA conference, he treated her quite differently in the workplace. He began demeaning and berating her.
This is the DA, you guys.
He told her, "You think like a child, and I would treat you like a child." Defendant Willis likely appreciated the gender slurring that is implicit in a male supervisor telling a female employee that she thinks like a child. Oh, wait a minute, it gets better. Hold on.
Wait, no, it gets way dirtier than this.
Hold on.
This is just the cake. It gets dirty.
More than once, she tried to break free,
Listen.
but he held her tighter. These physical encounters were unwanted and sexual in nature. Jane Doe 1 eventually put in for a position in the Victim Assistance Division and got it in December 2020. This role put her under the supervision of Chief Prickle. However, the unwanted touches and full frontal hugs with moaning continued. The most recent of the sexualized hugs back in April 2022. We got a damn freak for the DA. But you want to talk about Carmelo Anthony. No, we're going to talk about you.
Right.
Because if you want to sit up here and go do this rocket docket type case, well, we're going to rocket docket your ass. Because you need to be in jail. You do not need to be a DA here.
Yeah.
But see, this is what they don't tell you. That's why you got to research your people, who you're voting for.
Right. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is so true. This is so much facts. I don't care whose side you on. Did you hear what this? Now, this is the DA. She's speaking about the DA's past history. He would be up in his office and he would have, I don't know if they were interns, but, female workers that would work for him. And then he would just be doing weird stuff, like trying to touch them, grabbing them, groping them, harassment, sexual harassment, right? And then it went on to where a complaint was filed against him. And it's in public records. Like, it's in records, but he is a active district attorney working, and you have this stuff in your background. It gets worse. Wait till she talks about the judge, y'all. You can't even make this stuff up. All these politicians, these people in these high places, our authorities, our public officials, they all dirty and corrupt and nasty. Like, what is going on? Lawlessness. But yet they laying down a law on us. But yet you're dirty and corrupt from the root. This is why it's an uproar. This is why all this stuff is going on. But God is exposing it. Listen.
Republican Party, y'all need to write somebody else in. Because this man here.
And Spiritually Free, I do. Spiritually Free says, yep, they rushed it. And she's speaking in regards to the trial. Yeah, they were not fair with that. So that's breaking the law. You're breaking your own law. Then Spiritually Free says, I think there's more behind the story. There is, because you had just pointed out of how the people who have the authority, how they have, how do you say it? Relatives and or bloodline working up in these high places to where they can make things happen. They could put down the law, but they're all family. They're all related some type of how and or have relations with the family. Yes, amen. Let's get into it.
Is a sexual deviant.
I'm sorry, you guys.
Place being a DA here in Colorado. And if you want to see this lawsuit, you can go to my Houston Stringer page or Nights on TV.
So it's a lawsuit.
75 pages, so you can read it for yourself.
Wow.
And it's some sick puppy foolishness.
Now look. See?
But he's DA though. All right.
And that's probably another reason why they rushed it too. Let me just say this before she gets on the judge. They probably rushed it too because they knew that it was going to be some other people looking into their own background, because they're high officials up there passing the law, in the judicial system. So, knowing that they were crooked in the proceedings, everything that they were doing, it's not far-fetched to think like the activists, because the activists are always on watch. They're always on call. This is their type of work, so they're looking for things in the public, in the news. They're looking for these high-profile cases so they can assist, right, when people are done wrong. So what I'm trying to say is they probably rushed it too because they knew the DA and the judge had a colorful history background, that they should not even be on the bench. They should not be on the bench with that on their record. It's active. The DA, that stuff is active. That's an active lawsuit out against him. Now, let's get on the judge. That's crazy.
But then we took it a step further.
Look, she's not done.
We took a step further.
This is worse.
Because anytime we pull court documents, my legal team will put it in an audit, and it'll give a psychological background of the defendant.
Wow.
Y'all want to hear it?
Yes.
I can't hear you. You want to hear it?
Yes.
Yes. So, we have predatory behavior patterns of District Attorney Greg Willis.
Yeah.
The complaint outlines an administrative pattern where D.A. Willis routinely leveraged his immense legal and professional power, including his authority to refer individuals for indictment and control criminal investigations, to isolate and exploit female employees. Oh,
now that's what he did.
Strict closed-door policies using Forrester glass office doors to maintain total occupancy across multiple independent plaintiff accounts. Willis repeatedly utilized identical operational pretexts to force unwanted physical contact. He claimed he needed help with electronic documents to draw female staff behind his desk, subsequently tapping them in chairs, massaging their shoulders, stroking their limbs, and forcing full frontal body hugs while rubbing their lower backs, audibly moaning. What? He explicitly framed his actions as personal compulsions, stating, telling, can't help myself.
Okay, wait. Now, see that statement? She said it, not me. That's what P-Files say. Like, that's the law they trying to pass. Y'all know that, to make it normalized, that to make it legal, because these depraved people can't help themselves. So what I'm trying to say is, he's a part of the club. I didn't say it. She said it. He's a part of the club. You got to look at the patterns. You got to look at the evidence. You got to look at what's presented before us. Like, yeah, we didn't say it. They said it. They found it. Like, this is crazy. Like, dude, get out of here. Throw these two people off the bench or jury, or however you say it, the correct terminology, because I don't know. But I know you guys are following me. Let's continue.
When he near to them and blaming their appearance for the lack of professional control. That's the DA.
Oh, and now he's blaming the women
who did this to Carmelo Anthony.
Okay, now she's gonna get on the judge. Now this was the DA. And then look, the DA's excuse, I forgot what his name was because she wasn't really clear. But the DA, that's fighting against Carmelo Anthony, whatever his name is. Some of you guys are following his things, you guys know. He is saying now that basically he's provoked because of the way they came in dressing. Like, so basically he's shame blaming, or I don't know the correct terminology, but like basically if you come into work and you're a female and you have to dress in business attire, which I'm pretty sure they were dressed in business attire. He's saying basically, they were dressed provocative, and so it appeased him, or it attracted him, or it turned him on to where his actions were because of that. Yeah, right, sir. Yeah, right.
I know that. Oh, yeah, then.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
We know now.
So let me tell you about
The judge now.
Here's more.
Hold on, it's more, baby.
Here's more.
It's more stuff.
Wow, I can't believe this.
Now, I want to give credit to North Carolina The Beat, which is another, black journalist.
This is breaking
that we
news,
all work
y'all.
together. All us activist journalists, we work together. And I thank him for giving us this information, and we confirmed all of it.
And don't forget, Charleston White is working behind the scenes too
Now I'm on your avenue.
Come on.
with them.
Come on.
Okay? Did y'all know third-party website? Because y'all know I did.
Listen, she finna tell it.
Y'all know I bring them judges and I slang them when they dirty, right?
Woo, dirty
So
judge.
there's a third party that I want you all to be able to go to. And I'm going to make sure that we put it in the article so you can use that as a resource. Because every report you go to in the United States that deal with families,
They gotta bring it up.
children, you need to know who's on this list. And this is a list of child abuse judges.
Ooh. So this is like discovery evidence.
This is child abuse judges, and this comes from
Listen.
childabusejudges.com.
Carmello, first of all, this list that she's finna read off on, let me just give you some insight. Carmello Anthony's conviction judge is on the list. The judge that just convicted him, you guys, is on this list. Oh my God. I'm speechless.
Yeah, see, you don't know.
This is crazy.
Right.
Right.
Man.
As of 12/22/2025, 1,400 plus judges have been accused of child abuse 2 to 6 times. So let's see what state we
offenders.
got. Texas, though.
Okay, Texas.
Because this is all of them. But I'm just going to show y'all Texas. Let's see whose name on here.
Hold on, guys. They put a wrench right in there. But we finna pass right on through this. We're gonna get this commercial out the way. Here we go.
Oh yeah, here you go.
She's gonna read it
My
now.
Versace glasses kind of got in the way. Go ahead. Judge John Roach Jr. is on
Okay,
there.
wait. His name is, now y'all correct me. Did she say Judge Roy Roach? I think his name. His name is Judge Roy Roach. All right. This is Carmello's convicting judge. Okay. Let me repeat just in case. I don't know. Listen.
Got in the way.
What did he say?
Judge John Roach Jr. is
What
on
did he
that
say?
list. And this is the same judge.
Roach
that convicted
Jr.
Carmello. So, you know what they say. Don't throw rocks living in a what?
Glass house.
Oh my God.
So, you need to know who is governing you guys. Because if you don't, how do you know how to move?
Right.
That's why elections is important. You need to know who you're voting for.
And this is all people, all color.
Offenders in here, child abuse judges in here, and you wonder why you can't move 2 steps forward and you got to take 2 steps back, and then they turn around and take the kids from you. Then they turn around and have your ass going to TDCJ for over 30 years. But that's what you got in this county here. So, what I want to leave to the people of Collin County is this. DFW surrounding areas. We got to mobilize.
Let me just rewind this in case, because it was kind of fast. I just want you to hear
So, you need to know
what they said about the judge,
because
it was kind of fast.
Judge John Roach Jr. is on that list. And this is the same judge that convicted Carmello.
That, what list is he on? Let's repeat it.
Oh yeah, here you go. My Versace glasses kind of got in the way. Go ahead. Judge John Roach Jr. is on that list. And
Okay, on what is the name of the
see whose
list?
name on here.
Hold on, guys.
1,400 plus judges have been accused of child abuse. Many judges 2 to 6 times.
You hear that?
So let's see what we got. Texas.
So basically, Judge Roy Roach, Carmelo Anthony's judge, he is on the child abuse website list for child abuse, allegedly, but it ain't even allegedly. It's black and white. So this is what she's saying. It went so fast, I just want to make sure that people hear it. And we're going to close out this video in a few minutes, okay? Amen. This is breaking news, you guys. That's what I'm saying. You can't judge a book by its cover. Like, it's so colorful. It's not just cut and dry because of these authorities, these people that they're crooked, they're dirty, their heart is black, you guys. These people is crooked, these people is devils, these people is evil. It's all about power and money, and they don't even care about the livelihood of nobody. But they pull in the race card, for whatever reason, I guess, like Spiritually Free said, because, it's people connected to people in high places. So they got a little bit of corrupt pull, okay? Amen. Yes, he was defending himself. And you know what? Let me say this right fast. I wasn't gonna say this, but since you just brought that up, this leaves me the opportunity to close with this also. Some years ago, like when I was out there, in my life or whatever, living the street life, the drug life or whatever, but I didn't cause anything to happen to me. Okay, long story short, I used to carry like a little blade or a little knife on me too, walking the streets just in case, because people be crazy and, out there in the street life, right? So this dude came up to me. I knew him, but we were in conflict, right? He was coming up to me to fight me. He was calling me all type of bees, hoes, all out my name, riling up. Like he was running towards me to fight me. I kid you not, y'all. I pulled out my knife and I squared up. And I'm like, I'm going to give you a run for your money because you're not finna jump on me and you are a man. And this is just my story, but this is how I was thinking to protect myself. If I had to, I will poke you. Oh, YouTube. I'm just telling the truth. Jesus knows my truth because I didn't cause for this to happen. Lord behold, though, God was there. Somebody came running out because they saw me. I had that knife out, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I had that knife out, right? And I was ready because I'm like, you're not going to put your hands on me, sir. I didn't do nothing. Like, this guy's going crazy. He wants to attack me. Like, you might end up unaliving me because, people are strong and sometimes people can't take all these hits or, people, I know. Okay, whatever. That's neither here nor there. What I'm just trying to say is by the grace of God, somebody came out. They saw the conflict and they came and grabbed dude. Like, what are you doing? Like, what the heck are you doing, dude? So I didn't have to go that route. But I'm just saying, it is a fight or flight thing. If you're scared for your life and you have you have a little, you're going to arm yourself. Some people are puny. Some people are, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want nobody hurting me. Cause they crazy or cause how they feel, or cause of their justification. I'm at that age. You're not going to be harming me. Carmelo Anthony, I don't know. He feared for his life. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying it's something that happened because of you provoking him. See, be careful what you do, people, to others. That's why the Lord says, treat others as you want to be treated. Train up your child in the way that they should go so when they get old, they won't depart from it. Let's get on. Let's get on with the story. It's about to close up, you guys. Thank you for chiming in. Uh-oh, let me play it.
Because it's solid. But I'm just going to show y'all Texas.
This is the judge again. I just want you guys to hear it before I close out. And God bless you guys. And hit a thumbs up if you're liking the content.
Here you go. Like beside your glasses kind of got in the way. But Judge John Roach Jr.
Yeah.
is on that list. And this is the same judge that convicted Carmelo. So, you know what they say. Don't throw rocks living in a what?
Glass house. Oh my God.
So you need to know who is governing you guys. Because if you don't, how do you know how to move? That's why elections is important. You need to know who you're voting for. Y'all over here putting sex offenders in here, child abuse judges
Let
in
her
here,
say it.
and you wonder why you can't move 2 steps forward and you got to take 2 steps back, and then they turn around and take the kids from you, then they turn around and have your ass going to TDCJ for over 30.
Well, guess what? Better her saying it than me, because you know how they be up on here, right? And I hate to say that through my content, because that ain't even fair. That ain't even right. But okay, you heard what she said. So my whole thing is, Spiritually Free said, I looked at the weight and height difference of the boys. And my whole thing is that also, right? But they said that he tackled him like a quarterback or like a football player, like, or was dude a football player, but he tackled him or something. But that's what I'm saying. I've had run-ins with people on the street because I used to sell dope. I used to hustle. So I'm trying to say I done got into some fights with men before, but it wasn't because of me. But I'm going to tell you another time that I did literally get attacked by a dude, right? I didn't have no weapon at the time, right? I ended up at the emergency room. And he choked me out. Yep, and I don't care. I'm telling everybody because I'm just saying this is what happened. Somebody crazy, deranged, didn't want to leave in front of my property, and I was going to a job interview that day, and my kids were home. They were of age, but they were still young, right? And it used to be like a whole bunch of YNs hanging around my apartment complex, and I had asked them to leave, and they didn't leave. So that's how the conflict started. He ended up attacking me, choking me out. People was running around screaming, "Ah!" Screaming, hollering, da da da. Whatever. Long story short, what I'm trying to say is, when I went to the emergency room, y'all, 2 inches away from my heart, I had a contusion because he slammed me on the cement stairs. So you see what I'm trying to say? Like, sometimes, like, what you mean? Like, the world is wilding out. You don't know what people are going through. Why are you provoking trouble? If you provoke trouble, you are going to find it. It doesn't matter what color of your skin, who you are. You could be a dog. You could be a cat. You could be a raccoon. The whole thing is, you start stirring up trouble, you're going to find what you're looking for. And it wouldn't have happened if he wouldn't have did that, because you never know how somebody is going to react to harm or danger. That is what I'm saying. And I'm glad at the end of this all, you guys, I said that clear. You don't know how that's just like you putting a cat in a corner. What is a cat going to do when a cat is in a corner? It's going to tear you up because it's scared. It's fearing, right? So Spiritually Free says, before we close out, I think the white boys walked around with clout. Yeah, like, like bullying, right? Man, we can see the scenario. We can see the picture. Because that's common. People running around with chips on their shoulders, all day long in the schoolhouse, jocks and, popular people and people of status, or so they think, or things of this nature. Let me finish up this comment. He walked around with clout. I went to school with kids that their parents were very well. Now look at that. We on the same page. Let me read this again. You just said what I just said. Amen. I think the white boys walked around with clout. I went to school with kids that their parents were very wealthy, and they acted like their didn't stink. Even going around school starting fights. Amen, y'all. This is common. And you play a stupid game. you win a stupid prize. And it is so sad, yeah, that they're young and he had to learn a death lesson because he didn't make it. He was a casualty. And then look at his parents. Look how they acting. And I know they hurt. But I'm just saying, what they say, what is the fruit don't fall far from the tree? You know, or whatever. It don't fall far from the tree. Train your child up better. Like, sir, you know your son was going around acting like that. You know he was running around acting like that because we know our kids, right? Especially when they start getting older and we're seeing that they're popular and they're basically vicariously living through us. Like, you know? Yeah. So let's finish this up. Amen.
40 years. But that's what you got in this county here.
Let me fast forward just a little bit.
Who you dealing with in here? See, while you going getting in that Jordan line, you better get in that voting line.
That's right. That's right.
When you over there on that stripper pole, you better get to that voting post. Because at the end of the day, who they affect locally is y'all.
Yep.
So do I got any questions for the meeting? Because I got time today.
About to close it up, you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in.
So let me ask you something. The people that are not in higher power like you guys, what do you want us to do as the people? Do we keep... I'm a blogger, so what do we give the journalists?
What you do, you
got a blogger in the
being
house.
a blogger. You continue shining the light.
Popular is
But
right.
what you have to do, you have to ensure whatever
Thank
that
you.
you're putting, that it is credible. Because you damage your credibility, you damage everything.
Right.
Yes.
I know that you have a lot of problems with the trial, the way it went down.
Yes.
What is your biggest problem with it that you feel like this is the entire trial?
Who was conducting it from the beginning?
Yeah.
And then who was the one that was convicting? Who was the one that was calling the shots? I got a problem with these people.
Because they're crooked.
You know, I actually have a problem with this. I have a problem, like I'm going to repeat this again. This was a modern day live lynching.
Come on.
This was from the very beginning that this young man was doing. That's why we were working behind the scenes, because this time we been getting in front of this.
What are you doing now in terms of trying to help with an appeal or be involved?
What we're doing now at this stage is trying to help the family to get the right, proper legal representation. We giving them names, and they need to be able to pick who they want. I'm not going to just say, no, you...
I'm
and
sorry.
just sold this child up the river. Now...
Well, basically, closing out, Candace Matthews is trying to get them uncorrupt, how do you say it? Representation. Like legal representation, because the representation that they've had from the beginning has been corrupt, y'all. Corrupt. Now we see. So you can't judge a book by its cover. And it is about race, is what they're turning it into. You know what I'm saying? The family and other people. But, it's just bad manners. It's bad manners. And then they're trying to blame it on race. Like, it all boils down because it happened to be a black boy that unalived a white boy. You get what I'm trying to say? But what if they were both the same color? What if they were both white? What if they were both black? How have this thing would have ended? How would it have turned out then? And Spiritually Free says, why an all-white jurors? Because it was corrupt. That's another thing. I pray he gets another trial. Me too. Not because I want him to be free or any. It has nothing to do with that. They talking about justice from the beginning, right? So provide true, correct justice for all parties involved, even the deceased. KARMELLO, he didn't get no fair trial. It was set up. It was corrupt because it's out. Like, the judge and the DA is corrupt, y'all. Like, I would not want them representing me. Would you? All right. Even in another situation, say it was you and you ran a red light and you hit a water pole or something like that, and then you had to go before them, no matter what color that you was. Wouldn't you be nervous? And you going before them for your judgment, knowing their history, knowing their background. Would you feel secure in being judged and punished by these authorities? I don't think so. So thank you guys for coming in. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe for more content like this at MARONA Prophecy 597. Spread the message, you guys. You know, we all need to love one another. Some jurors were of other races, not all white. No, that's not true, Mr. Ed. No, they were all white. It's been said over and over and over and over again. They were, and no, they were all of white descent. And, you know, it's out. It's in the news, sir. Are you following the news? Yeah, what do you mean? Some jurors were of other races, not all. No, that's not true. We're stating facts here. Okay. So, I'm gonna get out of here. You're too late, Ed. Okay, so liar, pants on fire. All right. So God bless you guys. Make sure you guys share the message. And I'm not on anybody's side. I'm for justice. And that's why I'm putting this story out based on the DA and the judge have a dirty background. Okay, the DA has an open complaint out against him that's in the PACE records in the federal system. You can go search it and look it up for harassment, or how they want to say it, groping, or, how do you say it? What do you call that? In the workplace, sexual harassment, the DA. Okay. And then also, right. We ain't even tripping spiritually free. These people gonna go with what they want to go with. People are demonic. People, this tells you what type of heart that people carry. Because I don't care about the color thing. My whole thing is right and wrong is wrong. Put yourself in somebody else's shoes. And the ones that are, it's race baiting and all this, you're uneducated. Uneducated about what? We're just speaking facts here based on the story that is out in the news and on all the airways. Okay, this is a breaking live situation that is ongoing in Texas, and we already know the story. So the DA, you guys see what my story is about. The DA and the judge are being exposed. The judge has a record on him right now in black and white for him being convicted, or, he's child abuse. He has child abuse on his record. The judge. Okay. So, you can't make this stuff up. Right. It's on the internet. It's on Google. He knows that. We know what this is. All right. So God bless you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll be back. Share the message. We need love. Love conquers all. And we're living in a time of where God is exposing evil, and he's letting evil slay the wicked. We're also living in a day and age to where the climate is, people thinking that they're better than others. Chud the Builder, he started a lot of stuff. Now, you want to talk about race baiting, and that's a race war this man was starting. And it really took flight. So I don't want to hear the nonsense. Right is right, wrong is wrong. We want our kids to live and to grow up, and money talks. And we all know that these people are into witchcraft, because witchcraft is control. Money, power, sex, and lies. So I'm just going to leave you guys with that. I mean, you can't make it up. It's there in the open. They expose themselves. You know better, you do better. God bless you guys. Thank you. And I'm gone. Peace. Thank you so much. Wow.